Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Arsenal show. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. Yes, an excellent performance by the Gunners. I was jumping up off the chair. I was screaming, Jerome, weren't you? Hey, I was all that tackling, all that passing, all that pressing and getting stuck in. Don't you just love it? I'm going to calm down now, and because we're going to get through this. Jerome, thanks for joining us, mate. How you doing? What did you think of that?
Wow, wasn't expecting that. To be fair, wasn't expecting that kind of performance.
Yeah.
First half, I mean, to be fair, we played well the whole game, but obviously, especially the first half, and there seemed to be a massive difference between this game. Obviously, along with the game against Spurs, this was by far and away probably the best all-round complete performance we've had all season, by quite a long way.
Yeah.
Now that can be down to the personnel, could be down to the system, perhaps, which we might come on to, but it was a marked improvement, and. You know, I think a lot of Arsenal fans probably weren't too confident going into this game.
No.
And by the end of it, I think everyone's going to walk away from this game very happy with that performance.
Yeah. Do you think it? Are you confident now that this is? You know what Arsenal's like. We went into the Tottenham. It was disappointing against Brighton, and Crystal Palace was just the same. And are you confident now? You're thinking, yeah, we can go on to this, or you're just thinking to yourself, hold on a minute, everybody, just calm down. We know who we are. We're Arsenal here, and we know what could happen next week. Or do you really feel that now? There's a little bit of hope there. Can you see anything?
Not going to get too excited because it's because these good performances have been so few and far between, and we could very easily play a few different players in our next league game, and it can be a completely different performance. So, yeah, not getting too carried away. But some of the performances today, just looking at today's game, not drawing on anything in the past, but looking at today's game was superb, really. And a couple of players in particular really stood out.
Yeah.
And Arteta he's played the whole season really with, you call it, I guess, a proper number 10, like behind the striker. And he played sort of Lacazette, he basically played a centre forward behind Aubameyang. And it was fantastic. And Smith Rowe and Saka left and right, brilliant. Honestly, both of them were so good. And I think we spoke before the game about sort of Saka playing on the right, and it's just so much better. For me, it's like it's chalk and cheese.
Yeah. You said that in the preview, Jerome. You also said something else in the preview that I dare say when we go on to the ratings that we'll talk about. Just before we do go on, please, everybody, if you're watching, please press that like button. Press that subscribe button. We've got some incredible things coming up on this channel in the next few weeks. It will blow your mind. So come on, support the channel. Press that subscribe. Press that like. I'll just give my little 2 pence worth of what I thought of the game. I thought he was fantastic. I thought it was very hard to find fault in anything. Yeah. That went on, and I think if there was that odd mistake or that odd thing that went wrong, I refuse to bring it up tonight because there were so many good things that was around it. As far as will we continue with this? Will we go forward? We're Arsenal, and we are rebuilding, and we do have to keep our feet on the ground. But after tonight, I really did think it was a fantastic performance. I think a lot of the things that we all said in a preview that we wanted to happen happened, and not only that, they worked. So that was good to see. It's nice to know we know what we're talking about sometimes. So, but what we're going to do, we're going to go on to the ratings, Jerome.
Yeah.
And we're going to start off with the goalkeeper. He was probably had a little bit to prove tonight with our ex-goalkeeper in goal. I mean, he was giving him a bit of stick, the Arsenal fans, singing Ramsdale's better than you. I mean, I'm not too sure I like that. You know, I think, but long as it was a laugh and it was taken that way, then I don't think there's any problems in it. But let's start with a goalkeeper. Let's start with Ramsdale. Jerome, what did you think of his performance tonight?
Yeah, so normally our ratings are normally quite similar, aren't they, Stephen? I'm sure they probably will be again tonight.
Probably.
For Ramsdale, what stood out for me tonight with Ramsdale, he didn't have loads of saves to make, but his distribution with his feet was amazing. He was like, you know, the old-fashioned daisy cutters, like really slicing through the ball. He was spraying balls all over the place. Honestly, amazing. And obviously he was, you know, when he makes a save, you can see his passion come through as well. But the work with his feet, his passing was excellent tonight. Just because he didn't really have too much to do, I'll probably give him a solid 7. But no, the goal, obviously you can't fault him for the goal. The goal was right in the top corner, and he made a crucial save, I think, from Buendia in the second half with his left leg. That was a good save. So yeah, no complaints at all with Ramsdale tonight. A very good solid 7 for me.
No, I'm pretty similar to what to what you've just said. You know, I thought he was solid. As you say, he didn't have that much to do, but when he was called on, he did it well. When he had to make a save, he made that save, although he didn't have to make that many. And as you said, there wasn't a fault to the goal. There was absolutely nothing he could do about that. And he's just that constant performer, isn't he, Jerome? You know, he seems even when we get beat, you're finding it hard to come on here and criticise Aaron Ramsdale. I also gave him a 7. Again, another steady performance tonight, and well done, Aaron Ramsdale. Now we're going to go on to the defence. We're going to start off with Tomiyasu, Jerome. How do you think he did tonight?
Oh, much better than the last game, wasn't he, Tomiyasu? Don't remember him putting too many. Don't really remember him putting a foot wrong, to be honest. His engine, like his stamina, is amazing, isn't it? Like even at the end of the second half, he was still getting forward, still supporting the forwards. I know he's not really going to take players on, but just that stamina and engine down the right hand side is excellent. I think for me again, I'd probably give him another 7, Tomiyasu, but massively much better than the Palace game. You would, if he could put that type of performance in every week, you'd probably take that. I think.
No, I again, not a lot I can change about what you said there. I thought Tomiyasu was solid tonight. I thought he defended well, and he didn't get that forward that much, but he did sometimes. And when he did, he did look he did look dangerous, and it was a little bit chalk and cheese from this week until when he played the other day against Palace, and also he got to the cleaners against Brighton as well. So that's going to give him confidence going into the next game. So yeah, it's good to see him back playing well. I mean, I also give him a 7. So again, a good solid performance from him. We go on Ben White, Jerome. What do you think about Ben White?
A couple of excellent blocks today. I'm just laughing at one of the comments saying Ben White out. I don't know if you can see it.
Is that YNOT Sentimental FC Love Arsenal Hate Kroenke? Right. Well, you just shortened the show by about 20 minutes. Well, I'd have to read out that name, but no, we love you, YNOT. Great supporter of the show, always here. But go on. We carry on. Ben White, mate.
Ben White. So a couple of brilliant blocks. There was a couple of times in the first half. One in particular when he brought the ball out of defence, went on a bit of a mazy run. I don't know if you remember it in the first half.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
And that's the sort of thing that, impresses the fans. A centre back that can not only pass the ball but can dribble with it and is comfortable with the ball at his feet. I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was good tonight, Ben White. Sorry to say it again, but probably another 7, I'd say.
Yeah, I think the first half was probably the only thing that was probably of note for Ben White was that run.
Yeah.
And that's not to say he had a bad game. That was just because Aston Villa just gave nothing in that first half, and they just didn't give any of our defence any problems or nothing to do. But saying that again, I don't want that to, take away the performances of our defence tonight, because the reason why they wasn't on it was because I believe that we sort of just stopped and playing in the midfield, and the defence just wasn't giving them a look in. I think the second half he came out, he got some. I mean, do you remember that couple of blocks that he got in the second half? And he first one, and then he got to the second one, and they was getting the header to the ball when they needed to be. And Ben White, I give a 7. So yeah, totally agree with that. His partnership, his mate, Gabby, who, it seems like they're getting a good little partnership together there. Jerome, how did you think Gabriel played tonight?
Yeah, brilliant. Another brilliant performance from Gabriel. He's probably closer to an 8. He's come on leaps and bounds, Gabriel, from last season. When you just feel very comfortable with him there. I think there was a run in the second half when, I can't remember which Villa player it was, went down the right-hand side, and Gabriel came across, and you were so confident that the guy wasn't going to take him on and beat him for pace. So yeah, probably closer to an 8 for Gabriel. Just hope he can keep fit, because he makes such a difference there at the back.
And your Mark, and what are you going to give him? Are you give him an 8 or 7?
Yeah. Brilliant.
Very funny. Very funny. Well, YNOT, I have given Gabby a 7. It's the first time I've disagreed with Jerome tonight. But 7, 8, he could have been either, really. But he was absolutely, I thought he was excellent tonight, especially the second half when Villa started to push that little bit more forward. Jerome, I thought he really started to sort of, get his foot in, and then he started, the corners were coming in. They started pushing on more pressure, and let's face it, like we just said, the defence didn't have a lot to do as far as Villa putting on pressure in that first half. But in the second half, it wasn't like some in Arsenal's defences in the past where they've sat back, they've had nothing to do, and then all of a sudden the other team decides to play, and then we get caught out, and then it's bang, bang, we're 2-3-0 down. And it seems now that we're not doing that. There's a lot more concentration in our defence, and I think it's a lot down to the 2 centre halves. But I gave Gabriel a 7. Now, Nuno Tavares. What an understudy. Or is he an understudy?
Well,
Martin Carragher, I was going to say then. Jamie Carragher said we've got a hell of a understudy here, Arsenal. And I was like, I'm not sure this geezer could be. I think he may be able to take his place, which is a good thing. That ain't a bad thing. We still love Tierney. But Nuno Tavares, Jerome, what did you give him tonight?
Oh, he's got, this is an 8, I think, for Nuno Tavares. Maybe even verging, he's not even a million miles away from a 9. He was to come in, and someone that's hardly played any football, and he was fantastic, wasn't he? His burst of his ability to sort of eat up the ground, and get into very dangerous positions. The only thing that sometimes let him down was maybe, I don't know if it was the final ball, but he's very good with the ball at his feet, but he's not like silky smooth. But maybe that could come perhaps. But for a second choice left back,
Yeah.
What a brilliant performance. And the good thing is that this is what you want. Like, you want competition, because this isn't gonna make Tierney play worse. It's only going to push him and make him play better. So fantastic. And especially with the way that Tierney plays and just the game these days, it's hard for players to play 90 minutes every week. So let them share the games. But yeah, fantastic. And to be fair to him, it's going to be hard to sort of drop him for the next game, really, isn't it? Based on that performance.
Yeah. I mean, can he be dropped after that? I mean, I'm someone who likes to, play the same team every game. If they play well, you stay in. That's what I like to see, because I just feel it gives that player confidence, and it gives the player who hasn't got in, like you just said, it gives them competition. And he wants to, he needs to, get out, to get back into the side. I mean, Tavares tonight, I mean, powerful running down that left flank, freight train. Absolutely, it was like a freight train, wasn't he? He just did not stop. I thought he was absolutely excellent, like causing problems. His passing was okay. There was at times, like you said, where it was a little bit off. He played one excellent through ball to Saka, which was an incredible ball, which was Tierney-esque, and he was getting crosses in just like Tierney did. And I just like he's a unit, isn't he? Yeah, he is a unit. And the first half was excellent, and then he just went on and on and on. And a definite an 8 for me, a definite 8.
Easy 8. An easy 8.
An easy 8, possible 9. Let's give him a 9. Come on, we just won 3-1. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 9. I mean, that minute. Give Tavares a 9. Right. Let's go into the midfield. Better.
Yeah, much better.
Much better, Jerome, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah.
Let's start with Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
What did you think of him tonight?
You know what? You could probably put Partey and Lokonga together, really, with this, because I thought they both had excellent games, and obviously Partey got his first goal. I thought the keeper probably could have done a bit better with that. Yeah. To be fair, but he was excellent tonight, Partey. That's the sort of Partey that you want to see. He was obviously, for their goal, he sort of backed out of the challenge a little bit, which wasn't good to see. But when he was on the ball, his body movement, his passing, playing direct, hurtful through balls, sort of making interceptions and stopping Villa playing as well. Him and Lokonga really played as a great pair tonight, and I think if we didn't know it before, we know that we need to play with two of them in the central midfield, like two actual central midfielders in central midfield. I know it's probably basic and obvious, but I think we need to do that. And to be fair, just having the 4 in midfield, I thought was great. Maybe
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe because we had the personnel to do it, and you maybe couldn't play 4 in midfield if you had Pepe on the right, whereas Saka has got that bit more defensive nous perhaps about him, and also he's maybe a bit more. He keeps the ball maybe a little bit better than Pepe, perhaps. But having the two of them, so giving Partey, probably another 8 for me, Partey.
Yeah, I thought Partey was very good tonight. He was getting forward. We said in the preview we needed the player, whoever played with him, to allow Partey to get forward. And what it seemed to be to me, Jerome, is that they was taking turns. Yeah. It's like Lokonga went, Partey come back, he come in, Partey come back. Now, as much as I love Granit Xhaka, he's not that go forward, come back, go forward, come back, go forward, come back type of player. As much as I like him. It's early days with Lokonga, but I thought he was excellent. We're talking about Thomas Partey now. He was unlucky with the shot in the first half that hit the bar. and he's obviously he scored with a great header from corner from Saka. Then or across from Saka, I can't remember exactly what it was now, but yeah, I mean he was good tonight. He was a bit quieter in the second half. I thought he was a bit he quietened down a bit. He wasn't doing what he did the first half. So whether they was trying to protect it a little bit more, I don't know. But very, very, very good tonight. I gave Partey an 8. Yeah. I thought he was excellent, and this is the Thomas Partey we want to see. Yeah. All we need, Jerome, is, don't you think we just need that player to play with him? We'll let him do what Thomas Partey can do, and then we're going to see the best of him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right, so let's go on to his mate now. Lokonga, what did you think of him tonight, mate?
I thought it was really good, Lokonga, tonight. Some of his close control. He seemed to be everywhere. He was left, right, middle. I thought this was his best, or the best I've seen him play, I think, to be honest. Yeah.
Yes, he did. He did. He scored. Go on.
And we thought it would be a strong test against Villa's centre midfield, but our boys certainly came out on top in that department, and Lokonga was a big part of that. It seems as though he's not afraid to have a shot as well. And I think he got caught in possession once near the end of the game. But all in all, very, very, very good, very good. So another 8 for me for Lokonga.
Yeah, he did the job that, again, I keep saying it. What we spoke about in the preview, we said the job that we wanted whoever was partnering Partey tonight to do, and he done it and some for me.
Yeah,
he done the perfect job. He allowed Partey to get forward. He looked dangerous himself when he wanted to go forward. He was winning the balls in the midfield. Played a lovely ball through to Xhaka as well. He did one as well. And he looked dangerous coming forward, and he looked powerful. Top marks for him tonight. It's just, we want players like this, ones that we've bought. We want to see some progression. And again, he was playing against a couple of really tough individuals tonight in John McGinn and Douglas Luiz. Yeah. And it did bother him. He's come out on top for me. 8. An 8. Again, mate, I was thinking about a 9 at one point.
Yeah.
That's because I thought he was that good, because I can't remember a thing he did wrong. But yeah, definitely fantastic performance by Lokonga tonight. And this would have been nice, wouldn't it, from Thomas Partey? Having an hat trick. So John, that would have been absolutely fantastic. Just while we go on, I can see there's quite a few of you watching tonight on Twitter and Facebook and on YouTube. Smash that like button, please. Smash that subscribe button. It's important to us. Thank you very much. Right, the next one. We're going a little bit further up now, mate. Yeah. Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah, probably.
How good is this? How good can he be? How good is? How good? There's faults in his game, and I see him a little bit tonight. But when he's on that ball, Jerome, all yours, mate.
Yeah, he's for me probably a 9 out of 10. This is probably that's his position for me. I wouldn't stick him as a number 10. I know he's got number 10 on his back, but I think he's better when he's on the left and he can still drift inside. You don't know what he's going to do with the ball, Emil Smith Rowe. That's what makes him so great, because he can pick a pass, he can take someone on, he's got that burst of speed. And now he seems to be adding a couple of goals to his game as well. Yeah. And obviously they showed Southgate in the stands, and for me, he's got to be knocking on the door of that England team, definitely the squad anyway. And he does very little wrong, Smith Rowe. Sometimes he runs out of steam towards the end of the game, but that's to be expected. You'd rather have him put it in for an hour, get an amazing game with Smith Rowe, and then when he's tiring a bit, take him off. Bring someone else on. Don't keep him on the pitch for 20 minutes longer than needed, because it's going to do him no favours and the team no favours. But when he's fit and he's playing and he's getting involved, he's excellent. And very, very glad that he signed this long deal. And
definitely,
and this is where the manager earns his money, is managing him, isn't it? And picking him, playing him the right amount of time. Quality Smith Rowe. Also, I guess it was definitely more of a 4-4. You can call it a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-4-2, and he was out on the left. But him and Tavares, that was a very strong. That was very strong, that side, wasn't it?
That's what I've always worried about Smith Rowe from past, because when Odegaard's played or someone else has played, and it's sort of like they're pushing Smith Rowe out to the wing, and I'm thinking, I don't think you've had the pace, and you could lose a bit of weight, and I don't think you're going to be able to do that job out on the left. I thought you're more better pushed inside. But it was what pleased me tonight about Emile Smith Rowe was the fact that he seemed to get stronger as the game went on. And I think that was the main thing that stood out to me, because he gets tired a lot, that I've noticed, recently in games. But he just seemed to, second half, he seemed to have getting stronger and stronger, which was fantastic. And he ended up getting that goal. For me, to the fact that he just kept going, and it was literally, instead of it being like a 60-minute performance, Jerome, it was a 90-minute performance from him.
Yeah.
And 9 all day long, a 9. Yeah. Okay, next we're going to go on to his mate on the other side, little Chile.
Yeah.
Little Chile.
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka. What do you think of his performance tonight, mate?
He's got to be very close to being one of the most fouled players in the league, Saka, isn't he? He's just constantly getting fouled. Brilliant again tonight. I'll probably, maybe not as good as Smith Rowe tonight, but still excellent. So probably an 8 for Saka for me. Him and Smith Rowe as well. They were sort of sharing it in turns with the corners as well, weren't they? And to be fair, I thought obviously we scored from one. And I thought our corners from both of them were pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, apart from the first one he did, which hit the man.
Yeah. Apart from that, but especially Smith Rowe's corners were excellent.
I think it was, yeah.
But Saka, when he plays on the right, really, Saka, you sort of know what you're going to get. And he was great. A typical Saka performance, taking players on, being sensible with the ball. And, he was, again, like one of the comments said, Arteta needs to manage their workload because they're young boys, and we've got a cup game next, so I'm sure Saka and Smith Rowe will get a rest probably for the they should. I know we need to take the cup seriously this season, so it'll be a bit of a balancing act, but it was.
But Pepe didn't play tonight. Odegaard played, half a game. Well, not even half a game. So they can be brought in. There's a decent squad there. If these players can continue playing like the way they did tonight. I mean, with Saka, you feel you're almost wanting him to not do more, but you're thinking he's so good now. And every time we're coming on it, we're saying, "Oh, he's great. He's done this. He did this." And now you're thinking, now there's a fifth gear, and now he could be, instead of being a good player, he could be going on to being, a very, very good player. I mean, I gave Saka a 7 tonight. I thought he was excellent. As I say, I find it very hard to fault any of the Arsenal players tonight. Right, now we're going to go on to our 2 front men. Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. First of all, mate, let's start with Lacazette. What did you think tonight of Lacazette?
I thought Lacazette was very good tonight. I didn't think he'd last as long as he did, to be honest. I thought we'd get half. I thought we'd get half an hour out of him, and then that'd be it. He'd have run his race, but he was really getting involved, and he's not. Obviously that's not a position that he's played loads in. You'd think of Lacazette, he's like a proper centre forward, but he was playing pretty deep tonight, but also getting involved. Getting going high up the pitch. But I think the crowd probably you heard what the crowd thought of him when he came off.
Yeah.
So probably I don't know. Johnny saying we're giving high scores.
Yeah. What do you think of? All right, Johnny, let's have a read of this. I think you guys are giving high scores. We're excited, Johnny. We just won. Just give us some.
We don't often.
Give us some happiness. Give us some happiness. We've done this for 2 years now, and it's 5, 4, 6. We get a bit too overexcited sometimes, I must admit. But yeah, I think you guys are giving high scores for what should be expectant performances. Yes, the midfield was better tonight, but as I've said before, we have these performances, but consistency is a problem. I totally agree with you, John. That is the problem, isn't it? Consistency.
Yeah, definitely. It's not often we come on here and you hear 8s and 9s being given to players. It's very rare. And when they do play well, you got to give them credit.
Yeah, we were giving them 5s the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Palace, it was 5, 4, 5.
Yeah. So yeah, Lacazette for him, probably an 8 to be fair.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, Lacazette, I thought he had a top performance tonight. I think he worked hard, didn't he? He ran his socks off. I mean, the diving was a bit choice sometimes. It was a bit much, but it's like when it's your play, you couldn't care less, could you? As long as you get the free kick, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, won the penalty.
He won the penalty, and was it a penalty? Do you think it was a penalty, Joe?
Oh, that's nice. It's soft.
Yeah.
Really soft. If it was against you, you'd be happy, would you? Be a bit annoyed, yes. Especially right on the stroke of half time as well, wasn't it? I was like a killer.
Yeah. But as I say, he was, and even his passing was good. Sometimes the ball was played up to him. He was laying the ball off to Aubameyang. They seemed a lot more happier tonight playing together. They seem to be popping it off to each other. As you say, he's won the penalty. So he did well there. He got an elbow in the face for his troubles. So you've got to give him. I put down 7, but I'm going to give him an 8. I'm generous tonight. Because next week I'll probably be totally different. But I'm going to give Lacazette an 8. He should play the next game, shouldn't he? He should be picked for the next game.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to not pick that same team. To be fair, for the next league game. See what he does.
Right, his strike partner, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What did you think of his performance tonight, Joe?
I think having Lacazette there probably helped him. So I think you saw him involved a little bit more because he had someone close to him. He wasn't as isolated as Aubameyang. And I think that's probably the way forward. I know it's very fashionable to play sort of just a one lone striker up front with maybe a typical number 10 behind. But sometimes sometimes if the number 10 isn't getting the ball that much, which happens with us, then the striker's isolated and you're not carrying 2 players, but like you're having 2 players on the pitch that aren't really involved that much. And so I think Aubameyang really benefited from Lacazette being there. Not as involved as Lacazette perhaps, but a good performance from Aubameyang. I'd give him a 7. Done very well to react so quickly to the penalty save with that finish because it wasn't an easy finish, to be fair, on his wrong foot. Yeah, and very happy that he got another goal. And I'd made maybe a 7 for Aubameyang, and I think having Lacazette there just helped him a lot, I think. And like we say, we don't know how long Aubameyang's going to be here at Arsenal. But while he is here, I think maybe we do need to play with someone a bit closer to him. That's not like a Lacazette. Maybe while Lacazette's here, maybe go with that for the time being.
Well, it looks like he will be here this season, and he'll probably be here for next season. But then after that, I can't see him getting another contract.
No,
and unless he starts, killing it. Do you know what I mean? Start smashing them, and if he's still getting his 30 goals, 25 goals a season, then sign him up for another year or something. But it's unlikely. But while he's here, we want to see the Pierre and Aubameyang that we know can be scoring goals every week. Yeah. As far as Aubameyang goes, I think he's much better with Lacazette tonight. As you said, with the goal, it was a great reaction. But at the same time, it wasn't a bad penalty, Jerome.
No,
I thought that was a fantastic save. I mean, I looked at the penalty a few times, and I've looked at it since the game finished, and he put that right into the corner. And Martin, to be fair, he made a fantastic save. And as you already said, it was a fantastic reaction from Pierre Aubameyang and a brilliant finish.
Yeah,
I think the second half he didn't tire. I think he continued with his running. First half, he was quite unlucky with a overhead kick, which he cocked up a little bit. But just to try it, and I think to try things like that shows your confidence. So that's a good thing. And his touch for Emil Smith goal, for his goal was an incredible touch that put Smith Rowe through to go and score the third goal. So for me, Aubameyang didn't do a lot wrong. He, as I say, he got his goal. He's got an assist. He looked dangerous. He was running back. I'm going to give Aubameyang an 8 tonight. I thought he played very well. Again, I agree with you, Jerome. He looked much better with Lacazette, and playing. Let's hope he's not unfit, and going into the next game. They can partner up again, and they can give the same type of performance that they did tonight. Right, which was quickly going to go into the substitutes, Jerome. Martin Odegaard.
The subs didn't really have too much time on the pitch, did they? Odegaard, maybe a 6, perhaps, only because he just wasn't there. Just wasn't on the pitch for too long, to be fair. Maybe a 6,
I gave him a 6. He buzzed about. He come on. He was trying to put a few through balls in. One went through, the other one, a couple of them didn't. But he was doing what Odegaard does. He put his foot in a couple of times, but he said he wasn't on the pitch long enough to sort of make a fantastic impact on the game. And I agree with you. I gave him a 6.
Yeah.
Then we had Ainsley Maitland-Niles. What did you think of his performance when he came on?
Yeah, not
good was it?
I'd probably go back to one of last week's of 5. Obviously, he hasn't played a lot in central midfield, and coming on as a sub in central midfield, obviously even less. I think Arteta's playing him there, not because he wants to, but maybe because he's at the club. He feels like he sort of has to, maybe in some way, like to keep him happy. I don't get it. I think I don't think he's got the concentration for a central midfielder for me, mate. And I don't think he's. It's a concentration thing.
Yeah, it's a strange situation with him, isn't it? I mean, like we all thought he was going to Everton in the summer, and I'll tell you, they've pulled the deal. They didn't want to sell him. They didn't accept the 20 million, which I find absolutely crazy. If those stories are true, and he's just not doing it at right back. He's not doing it at midfield. He gave the ball away a couple of times tonight when he come on.
Yeah.
4 for me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So there you go, John. We're giving him a 4. We ain't getting too excited. So okay, mate.
Cool.
Key man tonight. I said it would be Lacazette.
Yeah.
And you said it would be the man who played with Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
Did you think that's the way it panned out with with Lokonga?
Nah, not really Lokonga. I think probably Lacazette. You could make a very good argument that it was Lacazette was a key man. I think it's either Lacazette or Smith Rowe, but I think Lacazette had a big impact on us going forward. So yeah, you could probably give it to Lacazette, to be fair.
Cool.
Yeah,
and it could have been either. Could have been either. Could have been either one of them. There was performances there. I mean, Lokonga, he was the one who sort of made Partey. He did let him go forward, and he did make him get his first goal.
Yeah,
and he did look dangerous. So Lokonga certainly did that job, and for me, he was spot on with the player that was going to be really important who played with Partey. And I think Lokonga probably was the key man. But I mean, I can't argue with what you said. Right now, before we go, we're just going to man of the match. Who was your man of the match, Jerome?
Oh, maybe Smith Rowe. Maybe Smith Rowe or Lacazette. I think it's a toss up between the two of them. To be fair, I'd let them share the bottle of champagne for tonight.
Right. Okay. You're going to share in the comments. Who was your man of the matches? Before I tell you who I think mine is, let's put a few of these comments in here. That's classic Mikel Wenger, late sub, so annoying. You wanted them earlier. Why would we need them earlier? We was doing all right, and I think it was injuries, wasn't it? I think it was injuries anyway. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he was there. Not a lot of game time. Yeah, agree with that. Johnny's put his thumbs up. Yeah. And Lacquer agreed, man of the match. So John agrees with you, Jerome. Again, it was an excellent performance from Lacazette tonight, and he certainly, deserves his place in the next game. I thought I'm giving it to Nuno Tavares.
Yeah.
He was, as we said right from the beginning, he was very close to a 9. So I think he was so. It was pleasing. It was so pleasing to see him. To know we've got that, because we all know Kieran Tierney's made of glass, and it is a worry. And to see this guy coming in and finally having someone who can come in, and not only to come in, but if it is to push Kieran Tierney and to make him better, it can only be a win-win situation, all round for us. So. Yeah, for me, it was Nuno Tavares. I'm just trying to see if we've got any more comments here. It certainly doesn't look like it. No, nothing else there. So look, thank you for joining us tonight. Great win for the Arsenal, 3-1. We go on. Please, can you just smash the subscribe button, press the likes. As I said just before earlier, we've got some fantastic guests coming up very, very soon. Tempted to tell you who they are, but I'm not going to. Under contract, more than my life's worth. So, So look, thanks for joining us tonight. Comments, thank you. Johnny, YNOT. Thank you as always. Thanks for supporting us. Jerome, thanks for joining us tonight.
Cool. Pleasure.
And until next time, peace out. Stay safe. And wash your hands.